Peace, family. Peace, beloved. Welcome back. Welcome back to your Going Kemetic Yoga Flow. Ness here, and I hope your day's off to a beautiful start. Thank you for tapping in. Thank you for joining in. All you'll need today is a yoga block, a cushion, and your mat. Some silence and some space. Peace to the gods and the ears. So begin sitting in a seated forward fold, legs crossed. Let's just enter into our body, enter into our breath. Find the connection between our body and our breath, but also find a level of stillness between our inhalations and our exhalations. So slowly and gently shut your eyes. Allow the tip of your tongue to reach the roof of your mouth. Slowly allow your lips to close. Create a little space for the air to pass through in between your lips. Allow your shoulders to sink down towards Father Geb, towards the earth. Relax your jaw. Inhale deeply. Exhale just as deeply. Inhale. Exhale. Feel your chest rise on your inhalations. Feel your chest descend on the exhalations. Inhale. Exhale. Relax the muscles in between your eyebrows, your eyes. A few more breaths here to get into our aura, into our body, our energetic body, and our frequency. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Flutter the eyes back open, nice and gently. Take your time. Slowly start to move side to side. Flip both palms to face the sky above us. It's getting into our body in this rising morning ritual flow. Maybe you moving in a slight circle now. Getting into the body. Warming up the body. Switching your circle in the opposite direction. Maybe releasing tension in the spine, between your shoulder blades. Maybe your neck is starting to release a little bit as well. Look like the trees that dance in the wind. Now we're going to release through our shoulders. Extend your left arm and extend your right arm. Reach opposite, pulling your shoulder blades away from each other. Create a space in between. Press the outer edges of your feet to stay rooted into your sitting bones and into the earth. Exhale, bring your hands to me as if you're closing the door. Open that door. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. This time, bind your right arm by hooking your left forearm around your tricep and pulling it towards the left. Maybe your eyesight, your dynasty, is turned towards your right shoulder. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Inhale. Pulling your belly button in. Sit up straight. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly start to bend that right hand and guide your right hand behind your head and allow the left hand to pull and guide that right shoulder, that right elbow further past your ear. Staying in line with that shoulder. Exhale, grab onto the left elbow with the right hand and just pull your lats off of your sitting bones. Maybe tilt from side to side, dropping over to the right, dropping over to the left, releasing through our clavicle, our collarbone. Exhale, extend right to left, left to left, right to right. Sounded kind of funky there. And do the opposite side, binding your right arm behind or with the left tricep, looking past your left shoulder, maybe looking past that left eye socket, getting into our body. But moving slow, honoring the rising that we're in, honoring the space that we're in, by entering the subtle body first, calming down our nervous system. Bend that left hand behind your shoulder blades by pulling on that left elbow with the right hand. Exhale, hook your left hand to grab onto your right elbow and just drop from side to side like you're doing some oblique crunches. But we're not searching for any type of connection right now. We're just searching for movement. Extend your right hand towards the right, left hand towards the left. Exhale, allow your hands to drop onto the earth. Allow your right ear to drop over to the right shoulder and grab onto your left ear or your left side of your head. Just gently place your hand there. No need to pull, don't need to stretch it. Just allow the weight of your hand to guide your head further into your right pocket, your right socket. Exhale, slowly start to gaze down in between your thighs, in between your groin. And allow your right hand to crawl to the nape of your neck or head. And you'll feel this stretch happening starting from your trap all the way up to your ear. And if it's too much, ease up a little bit by gliding your chin back up towards the sky. Exhale, allow your right hand to meet the earth. Keep your head exactly where it is and just rotate to the opposite side. And as your head comes up, stay grounded, rooted, and still at center. Inhale deeply. Exhale, let your head drop over to the opposite side, stretching the opposite side of our neck. Allow your left hand to just get heavy and naturally drop onto the right side of your ear. Inhale deeply. Exhale just as deeply. Inhale deeply. Exhale just as deeply. Last one, inhale. Exhale, start to look towards your groin or the middle, between where your thighs are crossed, and allow your left hand, to slide further to the back, grabbing the nape of your neck or head, pressing through the right arm. You can feel this stretch happening all through your trap. You might even get it through your forearm, bicep. And once again, this is it's not intensive, but we're waking up the nerves in the back of our head, so be gentle. Don't strain, don't force. Exhale, release the left hand from your head and allow that head to guide over towards the right. Let your chin stay heavy. Let it get heavy. And roll it up to your back to center. If you want to take a couple more head shakes, that's perfectly fine. From here, face the front of your mat if you're not already facing the front. You can remove that pillow if you're using the pillow underneath your glutes, underneath your sitting bones. From here, bring the soles of your feet to connect. You want to bring them as close as you can, as comfortable as you can towards your groin. Coming to this bound ankle pose. We're just going to work on the forward fold from here, driving into our big toes and leaning forward. Inhale, pulling your belly button in, getting long on the back of our spine, and we're dropping forward. Now the outer edges of your feet here are going to be a point of emphasis to help you drive the outer knees down towards the earth. Getting into our groin early on. Breathing deeply through our nose. nose and exhaling deeply through our nose. Inhale, exhale. Last one, inhale, exhale. It's like a malasana prep. Bring the soles of your feet to the earth, and we're just gonna reach forward with our bum and our heels and our our knuckles of our toes, connected to the earth. We're gonna reach forward. You can feel this compressioning happening in your hip sockets and your hip flexors. If this is too much, ease up by walking your hands back and just really work on reaching forward. And as further as you can, as more comfortable you get, you're able to drop your hands down towards the earth and get into a different area of our hip sockets. For 1, for 2, for 3, return back to a bound ankle pose. Inhale deeply here. Exhale, we forward, and we're folding in our bound ankle. Driving the outer edges of our feet in towards the earth to help us pull our hips away from each other and get heavy on our glutes. Lovely. Return back to the malasana prep by driving the soles of your feet into the ground. You want to grip with all 10 toes and just reach forward as much as you can. Feel the compression happen in your hip sockets. Hold it for 5 or 4 so you can reach further. 3 and further. 2 and further. And 1. Bound ankle pose. This will be our last round. Ankles connecting, ankles touching, pressing into your knuckles, driving them in towards each other. Maybe you're noticing that you're creating more space in between your hip sockets. Maybe you're noticing that your breath is getting a little bit more full. Your ability to send your exhalations consciously to the areas of emphasis by the constant connection that we are developing through our daily, weekly, monthly practices. Lovely. Last round of malasana prep. Bring the soles of your feet to connect. Remember, reach forward. Maybe try to reach for the top edges of your mat. Reach. Exhale. Maybe cross your ankles however which way you can. Knee on your forward position. Shoulders on top of your wrist. Hips on top of your knees. And you can untuck your toes with this round of cat and cow. Just move from side to side first, getting into our shoulders. And once again, opening up our spine. Articulating the spine or having good connection to our spine speaks to our level of health in our body. Inhale, drop our belly, lifting your chest, poking or pressing your bum out the opposite way of your chest. Exhale, we round. Inhale, drop our chest, entering cow. Exhale, we round. Pressing through the space between our thumbs and our index. Last round, inhale. Exhale, we round. Lift the tops of your feet to tuck all 10 toes. And once you have tucked all 10 toes, bring your knees as the width of your mat and allow your hands to travel forward towards the top edge of our mat, entering a variation of child's pose. If you want to get into your shoulders and deepen this asana or smite out a little bit more, what you're going to do is just bend your elbows and having your hands now stacked at the back of your neck and or head. You can feel this in your triceps. You can also feel your shoulders. Feel the feet activating as we have them tucked. Inhale deeply. Exhale deeply. Inhale deeply. Exhale deeply. Last one, inhale.
On your exhale, let your hands meet the earth. Exhale. Round yourself to step back on top of your tabletop in your lying tabletop and slide yourselves up to a pyramid pose. And if you want, just pedal out bit by bit. Don't sit up for too long. Taking it nice and slow this rising. Honoring where we are energetically, physically, spiritually, and emotionally. Lift your heels and drop your knees in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Sit back onto your heels momentarily. We'll use this as a transition moment. Reach forward with your hands and guide your right foot to step in between your palms. Once your foot has reached in between your palms, we're going to inhale, coming into a variation of a low lunge, back toes still tuck. Exhale, allow your hands to cascade into Ka. Continue that motion down towards the earth. Plant all 10 fingertips into the earth. From here, slide your right foot in alignment with your left knee on top of the left toes now. Now we're sitting on the top of our left foot and we're sinking into the hip on the right side. Now if you want, you could use a block here to sit underneath your right glute, coming into a set pose and or a set victory pose. Inhale, raise your hands above your crown. Exhale, cleanse the aura around you by pulling your elbows towards your rib cage. Once again, inhale, raise your hands above your crown. Exhale, enter Ka, bringing spirit to fullness. Pull your elbows down, last one. Inhale, hands into Ka. Exhale, we're gonna hold here. Elbows at 90 degrees. Lifting the heart space, shine your heart space. Try to stay centered. Don't lean too far towards your right, but don't drop completely over to your left. Great work. Plant your left hand onto the earth. Come off of your block if it was there. With your right toe still tucked, slide into your pyramid. Now flatten out both legs. Now you might notice that the right leg is a little bit shorter, so you can walk it back in between your right palms and your left palm. Inhale, halfway lift up. Exhale, falling triangle. Once again, momentarily still here. Inhale, halfway lift up. Exhale, we fold. Next exhale, bend into that right knee. Plant your right hand and your left hand flat. Return to your pyramid pose. From your pyramid pose, we're going to drop our knees in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step forward your left foot in between your palms. Enter your variation of a low lunge. Your hands do not have to raise above your crown at all, beloved. Keep them exactly where you feel is best. Right toes are still tucked. Pull your arms down into Ka, pulling them towards your rib cage, towards your sitting bones. Feel your lats engage, but as this engagement in your lats is happening, feel your chest like being picked up by your heart space. Exhale, bend or slide that left foot in alignment with our right knee. Untuck the right toes, sit on top of the right foot. Left foot is planted, and once again, you could grab your block and sit on top of your block here. Or, if you don't need it, don't even bother using it. Inhale, hands raise above our crown. Exhale. Bring your hand to the outside of your rib cage. Inhale, we press them back up. Exhale, cleansing our aura. Feel the energy gaining in, turning up. Inhale, we reach up. Exhale, pull our elbows down once again, and we stay here. Plant your left, plant your right palm. Slide back into your pyramid. You can remove that block if it's in your way. Step forward your left foot to the top of your mat, hand in between your palms. Enter a fallen triangle, halfway lift up, reaching your collarbone forward, pulling that left hip back, right hip is going to turn forward. Exhale, forward fold, leaning with our nose and our belly button. Bend back into the left knee to step it back into your pyramid posture in 5, And 4, the game is remaining the same. In 3, 2, we're just dropping our knees on 1. Drop your knees. Untuck your toes. 2 rounds of cat and cow. And round. Last one. And round. Tuck all 10 toes. Sit back. Walk your hands back towards your knees. You could have your hands stacked on top of your thighs momentarily. Just adding on to a different variation now. So Aset was our victory pose in which we just entered. Aset represents the highest being, the connection between divine feminine, divine masculine principles. Right now we're going to enter in a Haru pose. So right hand stacks, left hand stacks. Let's slide into our pyramid this round and just step right forward with your right hand. With your right foot, sorry beloved. Drop your left knee, untuck your left toes. Now we're entering our low lunge variation, just with our toes untucked this time. Exhale, hands, elbows, pull into Ka. Lift your heart space, shine your heart space. Bend into a variation of a half split, but really just slide that right foot in alignment with the left knee. Same game. This time we're adding in a variation of a twist. You could use that block if you need to. Once again, we're twisting over towards our right. So our left elbow is going to be on the outside of our right knee. And using that to open up through the right shoulder. Flat down with that right palm. Reach back with that left hand. Press off the top of the left foot. The ball edge of the right foot. Reach, feel it. Stretch, feel it. The sensation happening on your left hip. Exhale, close it off. Plant the left palm completely flat onto the earth. And rotate that right hand to meet across that left hand. Step back into our very short version of a fallen triangle. Now we step forward with the right foot to enter a longer variation of our fallen triangle. You can maybe come to your fingertips this round. Inhale. Pull that right hip back. Exhale. Try to get into that belly of the right hamstring. Allow your head to get heavy. Allow your neck to get heavy. Exhale, bend into the right knee. Plant your right. Plant the left. To slide back into our pyramid pose, right to the other side. Left foot is going to slide. It's going to guide us between our palms. Step it forward. Drop the right knee. Oh, gotta move the block first. Drop the right knee on top. The right toes. Slide into your low lunge. Pull that left hip forward. Right hip's going back. Exhale, enter Ka. Half splits variation, just to walk that left foot in alignment with the right knee. Try to stay centered. Try to stay even. Once again, incorporate that block if you need to. Sometimes the tops of my feet are just there's so much tension there, so I gotta just use a block. Inhale, we raise our hands above our crown. Enter in a twist variation. Right elbow hooks to the outside of our left knee. And we're looking past our left shoulder. Heru is represented by a hawk, the hawk, in the Kemetic spirituality teachings. Heru responds to our throat chakra, our ability to stay in connection with our divine essence and the divine. Plant the left hand flat. Reach back with the right hand. Press to the ball edge of the left foot. Press to the top edges of the right foot. Reach back. Look past your right fingertips. Maybe wiggle them a little bit. Guide yourself back to sit onto your heel or your block. Right hand plants. Left hand plants. We press into a small, short version of a fallen triangle. Exhale, we glide that left foot in between our palms. Inhale halfway, exhale, we fold. This transition is going to be a little bit different than our regular ones. You're going to move the block completely out of the way. Bend into your left knee. Step your right foot forward, beloved. Inhale, halfway lift up. Exhale, fold. Entering into our raw salutation, A's. Halfway lift up. Plant your right and your left hand. Step back. Take one push up. Drop your elbows, drop your knees. Slide yourself forward. Roll your shoulders to your back body. Enter Wajjet. Upward facing dog. Exhale, 5 breaths. And our beloved pyramid posture. Inhale. Exhale. If down dog's a little too much right now, bend your knees, beloved. Raise your heels off the ground. Keep them bent. And allow your stomach and thighs to connect. And press into your thighs. Make this more of a sauna on your shoulders. But eventually, as you straighten out, you will just shift your weight to your back body and get long. Exhale, look forward. Make your way to the top of your mat. However which way you want to, beloved. Meet me on a seat. From here, plant the right sole of the foot, plant the left sole of the foot. Have your left hand face backwards. Have your right hand face backwards. You're just going to enter a reverse tabletop. But first, just open up your chest by pressing to your palms, lifting your heart space up, maybe dropping your chin back. Don't drop it and overextend your neck. Just keep it in line with your spine. From here, grip into all 10 fingers, all 10 toes. Raise your hips. Reverse tabletop. Pressing your hips up and back. Head is in alignment with our neck. Exhale, we drop. Press back into that chest. Just open up a little bit more. Exhale, close it off. Spin your right hand forward, your left hand forward. Bring the soles of your feet to enter bound angle one more time. You can grip onto the feet or reach forward. See the new space, feel the new space that we have just worked into. Exhale, bring the soles of the feet back to connect with the earth. We're going to do 2 rounds of bridge. If you want to go into wheel today, honor your direction. Now you can hold on to your ankles. You can bind your hands underneath your seat or your spine, or you just have your hands on the exterior parts of your ribs, just helping you press into the earth. Gripping with all 10 toes, using your big toes to work in your interior thighs, and your pinky is going to help with the balance in your glute activation. Your big toe is also going to allow you to pull your hamstrings back, and once you pull your hamstrings back, you'll be able to engage through your glutes and guide your glutes up even further and higher. Exhale, back down, right to the other side of the last round. Inhale. Exhale. So lovely. If you have a little cushion today, family, grab a cushion, throw it underneath your lower back. You could use a block here, but if you're going to use a block in your lower back, ensure that you're using one where your scapula is, just to stay level. Bring the soles of your feet to connect. Allow one hand on your belly, one hand on your stomach. I want to thank you for joining me today and the rest of the Going Kemetic family. Once again, my name is Ness. I want you to take rest here, closing your eyes, listening to your breath, listening to the rhythm that travels through each inhale and the rhythm of the exhalation. Allow your feet to slide out and get
traveling to each corners of the tops of our mat. I hope you enjoyed this easygoing rising flow. Peace of gods and there's Uncle Jesse. Namaste.